Pisces, welcome back, Pisces. This is So True You Tarot. This is going to be another general energy reading for the sign of Pisces. So Pisces, if you want to skip ahead to the actual reading, go right ahead. But I'm going to talk a little bit first. So Pisces, it's been a long time since I've been here. I missed you guys, Pisces. Life was life in Pisces, and the last time I did my readings about 3 years ago, Pisces, my soulmate, had got sick, and just as quickly as my soulmate got sick, Pisces, my soulmate passed away, just like that. And Pisces, in the midst of the grief and everything, I lost myself. I truly did. I lost myself, and then I had to go through some spiritual things to find myself again, and I found myself. So Pisces, here we are, okay? So Spirit said it's time to get started and, you know, just continue on delivering these messages. So that's what I'm going to do. So Pisces, remember, this is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with all the Pisces watching the video. Pisces, this is actually the second reading. I actually did this reading already. I did it the first time, and then somehow it got lost. So you'll have to, I have to get back into the flow of doing readings again. So, you know, excuse me while I get myself back into the flow. This is my, probably the second day back on the table, so in a long time. So let's go, Pisces. Let's see what messages Spirit wants you to know today. Happy birthday, Pisces. February Pisces, March Pisces, happy birthday. I am a March Pisces, so my birthday is coming up soon, and it's all good. All right, I think the reason the first reading, honestly, Pisces, the reason that first reading got deleted somehow or mixed up is because probably too much of my energy was in that reading. That's what I think. I don't know. Spirit said this is a reading for the real Pisces, not your personal reading. I don't know, Pisces, but let's get started. All right, Pisces, I'm not going to read the cards if they show up reversed, and that's because these are already vice versa tarot cards, so they're already in reverse. So give me a second, Pisces. I'm going to pick up this energy. I'm going to tell you what I'm feeling. So Pisces, there's just this feeling here, Pisces, and this could be talk. You know, y'all know, Pisces, I'll be talking about people, places, and things. Y'all know energy is fluid, and energy is also reversible. Okay, so place your energy where you feel like you fit. But Pisces, I feel like in the past, and I know that we always talk about the past, but the past and the present always merge together, so it is what it is. So in the past, Pisces, you may have been starting this journey or starting a journey with someone. This could have been like somebody that you thought y'all was gonna like on the same foundation, and y'all thought y'all was moving exactly the same way, Pisces, and it feels like in the beginning this thing was going good, but somewhere, Pisces, something happened here, Pisces, and I feel like you may have had to walk away from a situation that you thought was going to be something new. Whether that's an engagement, a new job, a new relationship, you walked away from it. And you had to walk away from it because I don't know if this person or this situation was bringing you the same kind of love, Pisces, that you put into this situation. I feel like there's this energy here of being like this King of Cups, so like you carry a lot of love here, a lot of logical love, Pisces, and it just seems like you may have had to turn your back on a situation because it just wasn't giving you that same love. It started off good, Pisces, but somewhere the love was no longer balanced, is what I'm hearing. Let me keep going to see what else Spirit wants you to know about this, Pisces. So Pisces, there was this energy here of like, I don't know if you were supposed to be a lesson to this person. I think you were supposed to teach this person something, or this person was supposed to learn something from you with the Hierophant here. So there was like some lessons here, and I think if they would have known what they knew then, that you actually would have helped them on this journey because you already had the key. You was the one with the key, but I just don't think this person realized that you had this key. They didn't see it. You know, I just gonna be, this is what I'm feeling here, Pisces. This person didn't see you, and they didn't see what you brought to the table. So I think for somebody here, this became a bit of a burden. It's like you was trying to help this person, Pisces, and also trying to help heal this person, but in the same time, this person was also putting a burden on your back. And you may not have realized it at first because Pisces, you carry a lot of healing energy. You carry a lot of heart energy. And when you, especially if you're a spiritual Pisces, especially if you're a Pisces that sit with self and fully aware, you may walk into situations with, even though you're spiritual and even though you know better, you still walk in with high hopes that this person will see the lesson, that they'll understand what you're trying to bring to the situation. But instead of seeing it, Pisces, they just would rather put all the work on you. And that's the problem, you know, with people when they meet Pisces. Pisces energy is so free, and people feel like Pisces got it easy. Almost sometimes people feel like you get it easy, Pisces. So if they're looking at you like your life is easy, well, why not just put some extra burdens on Pisces' life, since Pisces got it so easy? But you know what? When Pisces start to feel that energy weight, like you can feel when people putting extra energy on top of your energy, then it's time to walk away, Pisces. And I think like for somebody here, Pisces, that's what you did. You had to release this. You had to release this and realize that, you know, it was time to walk away from something that may have become toxic if you stayed in it any longer. I think you realized here that it don't mean that you don't love this person or this situation. It's just when it comes to this situation, you know yourself, you know your worth, you know what you bring to the table, and you will turn your back on situations that's not moving forward, that's gonna, or if somebody's judging you, you will leave the table and you'll take the table with you, Pisces. And that's just the energy that I'm getting for somebody here. Okay, let's see what else Spirit wants you to know. Pisces, this could have been a soulmate. This could be dealing with a soulmate or a soulmate relationship here. So Pisces, I think the energy that I'm getting here is you carry a lot of bright energy, you know, and a lot of times I've heard this from a lot of people in my life as a Pisces. Sometimes your bright energy, it can become too much. You know, it's like your light irritates demons, Pisces, out here. And I mean real demons out here, the unhealed energy that people carry. These people are carrying wounds, Pisces. And you come over here all healed up, and they like, who the hell is this? Who do he think they is? And these people come in and they want to control you, Pisces, because you carry a pure energy. Pure. You may be young or you may not be, but your energy is young, is youthful, is free. And a lot of people don't have free energy, Pisces, because they're not healed enough. And so they see you and they like, oh, look at Pisces coming over here thinking Pisces just going to come through with all that healed energy. And they like, well, we're going to just, instead of trying to work with you, Pisces, and heal and learn from you, they're going to try to control you and put burdens on your back, Pisces, because they don't want to see you shine. And I'm sorry, I don't know who I'm talking to, but you are the Empress. You know your worth here. And that's why you turned your back. And that's why you will walk away and start all over, Pisces. You'll start all over again without judgment. You don't, whoever I'm speaking to here, it's like you're not judging this person for where they sit in life. Whether they sitting with unhealed energy, addictions. I feel like whoever I'm talking to here, you know your worth. You're very healed here, Pisces. And so you know when it's time to like turn your back on people, places, and things. Okay? Because you don't show up trying to control energy. Energy can't be controlled. But somebody don't understand the lesson and they don't understand how it all works here, Pisces. And so they'll show up and they'll want to control you and your energy. Okay? But energy can't be controlled. So what happens when they show up like this and you realize that this person was bringing you some type of burdensome energy, you walk away from it. You will walk. And if you haven't, it's time to go. It's what Spirit wants you to know. Because you the Empress. You the Empress. You are actually the Queen of Pentacles. I know this is not the Empress card, but I still feel like this is the Empress. You're the Queen of Pentacles, and you have a lot of stability. You have a lot of wealth here, Pisces. Okay? And maybe somebody thought they was going to, like, control. I'm getting a message before I start flipping. Hold on. I'm getting a message for somebody. Somebody saw you coming from a mile away, Pisces, and they saw your pure energy, and they was like, yup, I got me another one. Like, I don't know. It was an energy vampire that you did not see. They masked it very well. And this person showed up. They saw you coming pure. They saw you from a distance. You see that, Pisces? They saw you coming from a distance. Look at this. They watched you show up. And they thought you was sensitive and pure, young-minded, naive. And they thought they was going to have a chance. Look, they thought you was young. For some reason, They didn't understand that your youth is what makes you who you are. Your youthful mind, your knowledgeable mind, because you don't move like other people move. You don't allow people to move you. And that's where they had a problem. That's where that energy had a problem. It's the energy that people carry. Their energy was feeling like it wanted to take over your energy, and it just can't. You can't be controlled. Okay, Pisces, you just can't be controlled. And that's the problem. Pisces, there could be some people here that, I'm gonna be real with y'all, Pisces. I told you I did this reading already, and a lot of these cards flopped. Well, somebody done flopped. A lot of these cards show back up again. The same cards from the first reading. And y'all, I did that reading 2 days ago, so I'm still remembering these cards. But anyway, Pisces, what I'm feeling here for somebody is that somebody's still hanging on to your pure energy. They hanging on to this energy, and they probably want you to bring it back. They want you to bring it back so that they can control it. It's like somebody was feeding off of your pure energy, and they used your energy to help them maintain some type of stability here. They did. And I think you knew this though, Pisces, and they knew this too. This person, whether they wanted to admit it or not, they had an idea that when you realized what was going on here, Pisces, when you realized that this person was trying to take control over your energy and your life, that you would walk away, that you would take all your love, all 10 of your cups, and that you would leave. And they knew this deep down inside. This person had an idea. But the problem is, when you unhealed and you're moving in unhealed energy, you don't have the discernment and the gift to see the future. This person saw a glimpse, but used their ego to tell them that what they saw wasn't true. They were seeing an illusion that you was going to actually stick around for abuse. They saw that you would stick around and carry other people's karma and burdens. That's what but they knew it. Somewhere deep inside, this person knew you weren't going to go for this, Pisces. But they took a chance. They took a chance. They took a gamble on you, and they tried to control you. And guess what happened, Pisces? You put it to rest. I'm sorry. It looked like you put it to rest. You left. You removed yourself and your energy away from this type of people, and now it seems like there's somebody here that's hurting behind you leaving a situation, you taking your love out and your energy out. Somebody's up at night, Pisces, and they're crying. They feel all those burdens that they tried to place on your back, Pisces. Right now they're carrying them, and not only is it like a weight. See, you was carrying the burden energy. You was carrying the weight energy. This person is not only carrying that, they're up at night and they're crying. They're feeling, their heart is breaking. This person is feeling stabbed in the back. And not only do they feel your weight, they feel stabbed. But this is their judgment though. This was their judgment because they tried to control your energy, and you cannot control energy. And when you try to control somebody else's energy, you messing with people's will, and that's against God. People just don't understand how you play. You can't play with God like that. You can't play on somebody else's will. You cannot control another person's will. And if you try it, and especially when they wake up and become aware, that's when karma start playing a real role in people's lives, and that's when they start crying. That's when that control turns to tears. And that's called judgment. And that's called balancing the scales, because people cannot play, because the scales will be balanced. Yes, they will. That's just how it works. And if you don't know how it works, it's time for you to learn about energy, about karma, about the natural laws. It's time to learn about how all this thing works while you walking around in this world in an illusion. So Pisces, I feel like this situation required you to wake up, and I think you knew that there's a lot of stability. I think you carry a lot of stability. I don't know if this person had any stability or this job wasn't stable. Whatever the situation is, it was not stable enough for you. They seen stability. I told you this person saw stability a mile away. They saw you coming a mile away. Your pure heart, your pure energy, and they had an idea. They thought, okay, if I could get this Pisces, then I will be able to control this energy, and it'll be mine, and I can move it the way I want to move it. But you realize what was going on here, and I think you turned your back on the past. You turned your back on bringing stability to situations, bringing foundations to situations that people just not ready for. Because when you bring this type of energy to a situation and they not healed, Pisces, all it's going to turn into is some type of conflict. And that's the truth. They're going to be jealous and envious and your demons. It's their demons. Your light irritates their demons. And when their demons are irritated, Pisces, they want to fight. When their demons are irritated, they're going to take it out on you. And they're going to want you to carry their demons. And Pisces, it's real. I don't know who I'm talking to. This is real. If you are a reader and you truly a tarot reader or you truly an energy reader, not only do you feel energy, you hear energy. I've sat next to a narcissist. I've sat next to an unhealed person. And Pisces, hear me when I tell, for those who have ears to hear me when I tell you this. Sitting next to an unhealed person, you'll be able to hear the thoughts that run through their head. I sat with an unhealed narcissist at one point, and I heard this person, because I know my worth and I read energy and I hear it, it told me to hurt them. I promise you, it told me exactly what the narcissist, with that unhealed person, their demon wanted me to do. It wanted me to fight them. It did. It told me to fight them because they were so used to this unhealed energy and other toxic people coming in, fighting on them. So when I showed up pure, and when you showed up pure, with pure energy, with light, oh, them demons was ready to fight now. They want to hurt. They want to fight you for bringing in the light. They was comfortable in that darkness, Pisces. And here you are, bringing your light to the table. And that's what happened. And now they wanted to fight on you, Pisces. And I guess you had to let that go. I think you did. I think you walked away from situations like this where people just don't know how to love. They don't know how to love themselves, and they definitely don't know how to love you. And if anything, all they're going to do is put knives in your heart. They're going to hurt you. They're going to try to bring in third parties, create triangulations and all that stuff. They're going to try to create chaos. They want chaos because they live in this type of energy. Pisces, I keep saying it. They saw you coming a mile away. They saw that pure energy a mile away, and they knew them demons was ready. They was ready for war, Pisces. But guess what they didn't know? So was you. You was ready for war too. And that's why you walked away. And that's why they crying. And that's why they hurting, Pisces. And that's why they feel like they've been stabbed in the back. This person feels like you stabbed them after they brought chaos, drama to you. But now the tables have turned. And now they're hurt. It ain't no fun when a rabbit got the gun. And that's the truth. I'm sorry, Pisces. This is just what the energy is telling me. I'm just going to read this energy just like it is. And I'm not going to sugarcoat what I know to be true no more. I'm not hiding how this really works. It's real out here. Energy is real. Unhealed people are real. Pisces, believe it. And if you don't know your worth, and if you don't know yourself, and if you are unhealed and you haven't got your clarity, they'll bring this energy to you, Pisces, and they'll expect you to carry it. And for a while, you will. You will. Until you wake up and get your clarity back. And then when you get your clarity back, you stand on them demons and you tell them, I got the victory here. You don't hurt me. A lot of these unhealed demons, I'm gonna be real with y'all, a lot of these unhealed people are just bullies and they're punks. And they've been hurt from childhood. And they carry this unhealed wound up into adulthood. And now they don't have, the energy don't have, it been beating their ass all their life. And now I would just want to start beating up on other people. You hear me? Pisces, I don't know who I'm talking to. Let me get off of this. Sorry about that, Pisces. Let me get off of this. But I just got to say what I say. I just got to get it out my system because it's real. And people pretend and walk around in illusions and they wear masks like this stuff ain't going on in the real world. And it is. In this 3D world, it is. Yeah, this person, they came in, Pisces, because they wanted to hurt you. I told you they came in to steal, kill, and destroy. And that's exactly what the demons do. That's exactly what they do. Now, I'm calling them demons, y'all, but listen to me. They're unhealed people. They're unhealed wounds. And people that have unhealed wounds, those wounds turn into their own. We all carry our own demons. That's your demon, okay? That's your demon. A person walking around unhealed, high ego. They think they're God. We're all gods. But this person think they're bigger than God. They think they are the creator God, not the kingdom that's within. This person think they're God, like they're God over everything and everybody. And they'll come in to cause this type of immature chaos, destruction. They'll bring it to you if you open the door to it, Pisces. They will. They'll knock. If you don't answer, they'll try it again. And if you don't answer, they'll try it again. And they're going to catch you when you're down. They're going to catch you when your vibration is low. Pisces, and they're going to try to come in and cause havoc. They're going to try to come in and tear your happy family up. That's what they're going to try to do. But you're not going to let them, Pisces, because you know better. because you're going to have to put a judgment on this. You're going to place a judgment call on this situation. And if you don't, I promise you, your ancestors and your spirit guides will. They will. They're going to call on this. They're going to put a call and they're going to judge this person accordingly. You don't have to judge nobody. You don't even have to judge how they hurt you. You don't have to judge what they stole from you, whether they stole your money, your time, your energy, and your essence, okay? Spirit is going to make a judgment call. Turn your back and go silent on situations where people don't know how to handle your healed energy. Move away from situations where people don't have enough passion to move for themselves. And they want to move off of your energy. They don't know how to move, but they see you moving in the right direction and they want to leech onto your movements. It's time for you to turn your back on a situation like this. Turn away from these type of people, okay? You can't heal these people. Even though as a very spiritual Pisces and as a very aware Pisces, as a very self-healed Pisces, you have to know when your healing is no longer helping a situation, okay? That's what you need to know. Because you can't heal everybody. Some people, you're going to have to just leave these people to God. Let God heal them. You just walk away. And walk away with tears and all. Knowing that God got the final say, and I promise you he do, because karma is real. Karma is very real, Pisces. Okay? Stay balanced, Pisces. Stay balanced. It's okay to reminisce about the past. It's okay to look back on what they did, but don't stay there, Pisces. It's okay to look back for a little while. It's okay to, because when you look, long as when you looking back, Pisces, you're not living there. Just look back and learn the lessons from the past and know that you can get out of any situation. You can fly away. Fly away. Leave. You don't have to stay. People kill me, Pisces, when they say I stay because I love them. But what's love got to do with it? Okay? Because I promise you, ain't enough love in the world to carry nobody's extra burdens. Okay? I love you, but I'm not carrying that bullshit. You can take that bullshit back with you. I have enough strength to carry my own burdens. We all carry our own cross. So don't stick around these situations with these people who don't have no more love, Pisces. Stay balanced. You know yourself. You know your worth. You have strength. These people aren't as strong as they want you to believe that they are. I love you, Pisces. Pisces, Spirit is telling me to leave this energy with you, Pisces. And I'm going to see you guys real soon. Bye, guys.